Welcome to Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button. And just to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you tap that notification bell right after you hit that subscribe button. Basketball U. It's great to see you. Hope you've been enjoying our daily training workout sessions, making sure you master your dribble moves and knowing how to handle that basketball very well. So before we get into coaching, please be sure to subscribe. Now, what is coaching? Coaching is a form of development in which an experienced person, called a coach, supports a learner or client in achieving a specific personal or professional goal by providing training and guidance. Coaching may also mean an informal relationship between two people, of whom one has more experience and expertise than the other, and offers advice and guidance as the latter learns. Coaching, on the other hand, differs from mentoring in that it focuses on specific tasks or objectives rather than more general goals or overall development. Coaching isn't only a technique that could be rolled out and rigidly applied in specific circumstances. It's a way of leading, a way of treating and working with people, also a way of thinking and a way of being. Regardless of the task or issue, the underlying and ever-present goal of coaching is to increase others' self-confidence. And if leaders and managers bear this in mind and act on it persistently and authentically, they will be staggered by the improvements in relationships and in performance. Whether we coach, manage, or lead, the effectiveness of what we do depends in large measure on our beliefs about human potential. The phrases "to bring out the best in someone" and "unleash your hidden potential" imply that there is more within the person waiting to be released. He or she will not be able to help individuals unless the leader or coach believes they have greater potential than they are currently demonstrating. They must think of people in terms of their potential, not their performance. Because of this, the vast majority of appraisal systems were severely faulty. People are put in performance boxes from which they find it difficult to escape, either in their own eyes or in the eyes of their managers. We have to believe the best is out there to bring the best out of others. But how do we know it is? How much is there? And how do we get it out? Building self-belief. Self-belief is built when we make decisions, take successful actions, and recognize our full responsibility for both our successes and failures. Nothing succeeds like success, however. In addition to develop self-belief, in order to accumulate success, people must understand that their success is due to the result of their own efforts. They must also know that other people believe in them, especially when it results in being trusted, allowed, encouraged, and supported to make their own choices and decisions. Even if the job has a lesser label, it also means to be treated as an equal. It also means to not being patronized, instructed, blamed, or threatened by word or deed. We have to adopt a far more optimistic view than usual of the dormant compatibility of all people to be successful at coaching. It is only insufficient if we pretend that we are optimistic, because our genuine beliefs are conveyed in many subtle ways of which we are not aware. Unlocking people's potential. Our perceptions of others' abilities have a direct impact on their performance. The goal of coaching is to unlock people's potential to maximize their own performance. It is helping them to learn rather than teaching or telling them. After all, how did you learn to walk? Did your mother or father instruct you? We all have a built-in, natural learning compatibility that is far more amazing than we realize, and one that is actually disrupted by instruction. Potential is the engine of coaching and of performance. Leaders who focus on potential and implement the coaching fundamentals of curiosity, non-judgment, and partnering may no longer measure people based on their past performance or blaming them for mistakes. Fear and other inner interferences decrease, while self-belief, awareness, and responsibility increase. Leaders release rich reserves of talent and motivation and a strong sense of purpose in their people by adopting a coaching frame of mind. Coaching is even used by wise business leaders and managers in their day-to-day leadership. What's even great is that we can all learn to do so. A basketball coach has a multitude of responsibilities that include the importance of being a moral, upstanding role model for the players on his team. As said by two-time NBA champion, 8-time NBA All-Star Dave DeBusschere, the best teams have chemistry. They communicate with each other and they sacrifice personal glory for the common goal. A coach is not only a role model but also a mentor and teacher. A basketball coach will mold and develop his team as people as well as athletes. These basketball coaches are responsible for their players the same way a school teacher or parent is responsible. These coaches are responsible for their players' well-being and safety, while the players are in the coach's care. Ranging from children, adults, amateurs, college level, or professionals, every country and state has specific laws which govern coaches of athletes. It is important to remember that the coach has legal and moral responsibilities for children who are in the care of coaches. Coaches must make sure to learn state laws on reporting things like child abuse and to maintain the confidentiality of student records. As for coaches who are coaching with paid professionals, one has to be familiar with employment laws and union contract rules. Coaches have a duty to the team and staff to assist them with their physical and mental health, also finding many legal and ethical things within the realm of their responsibility regarding their player safety and care. There are certain responsibilities that a basketball coach must apply in order to become a successful coach. A coach must develop a coaching philosophy. A coach must develop appropriate curriculum to teach the sport. A coach must make age-appropriate decisions and plans for their team. A coach must be responsible for the environment where the team plays. A coach must inspire their team and motivate them when needed. A coach must make sure all legal, moral, ethical standards are in place. A coach must be a communicator who is clear and well-spoken. A coach must be reliable, responsible, and compassionate. A coach must know the rules and follow them for the game of basketball. A coach must be adaptable and flexible. A coach must include all people and needs to be tolerant of social differences. A coach must not discriminate, be racist, nor allow such behaviors on court. A coach must be trustworthy and honest with their players. A coach must respect their self, the players, the staff, and the community. A coach must know the laws that govern employees and comply. A coach must know about first aid, health laws, and maintain safe equipment. A coach must acknowledge injury of a player and follow procedures for the player's care. And finally, a coach must know how to provide effective, constructive criticisms to their players, even during times of stress like during games. Basketball U. We just gave you a quick overview of what an ideal coach looks like, but we will be covering all aspects of coaching for you, the player, so you can understand what type of coaches are out there and what you may encounter so you can prepare yourself for what's to come. We will also talk about legendary coaches from the past and what made them successful and what made their players successful to move on to the next level of basketball. Looking from a coach's perspective, overall as a coach, you have to decide what you're ultimately putting the time of work in for. Is it for the players and the success they can achieve from your teaching? Is it about building them into future leaders off the court in the business world? Is it to build them into the ultimate player to be the best product a college can promote? and use to make money off of as well as benefit themselves as a player and a brand? Or is this coaching thing about you and your success as a coach? Does your success get weighed by how many college and pro players you produce? Or is it based off how many wins and championships you have won? Are you a local staple, area legend, or the top in your state? Are you coaching at the lowest level or the highest level? What does coaching mean to you? And as a player, what type of coach do you want to have? We will be breaking down coaching for you all here at Basketball U. Keep training and keep watching. This is Basketball U. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, follow all of our social medias right there in the description to keep yourself up to date, as this channel will have a lot of basketball, a lot of players, and a lot of training and more information on how to play the game of basketball. Remember, someone's always working. Are you?